What's going on, YouTube? Earth Power here with CVH,
How's it going, everybody?
bringing you guys the final deck profile in our play-in tournament in the Season 2 bracket tournament, trying to find the 16th seed and onto the best deck in the meta. So today we have for you Light Fire Nature Jungle, as we've come to start calling this. A mid-range kind of tribal-based deck that focuses on the Beastkin and Initiate engine, capping out with Kaiser Basaku and some of the cards you might be familiar with from the Waterfire Nature tempo decks. But getting to play cool cards like Petrova and Rebirth and Migalo and Cavern Raider, cards that we don't normally see because we're playing light now, and we can just kind of jam them into what would have been a tempo deck, but kind of focusing more on the more mid-range engine.
Yeah, it's a really cool deck. I especially like the flexibility in the 5-drop slot. It has a lot of different potential lines from beating them up with an early game into Kaiser to generating a bunch of value with a turn 4 missed Rias after Bronze Arm, Skysword keeping you in the game against aggressive decks as you try to race, and the Petrova just randomly buffing your entire board. And that's kind of the logic between for the Cavern Raiders. You know, if you miss Bronze Arm, which is really what you always want to see, you can drop a 2, drop a Cavern Raider. On turn 4, you maybe hopefully have a Magris, and then search for your 5 of choice, and then get to do some cool things. And like you said, the tech spells like Searing Wave, Holy Awe, Rebirth give this deck a lot of fun tools to play with in the late game too. But yeah,
Yeah,
aggressive deck, trying to close the game around, probably would you say like rounds turn 5 through 8, somewhere in there?
somewhere in there. Yeah, typically 5 to 8. This deck has the potential to run out of gas. You know, your only real draw engine here is Magris. And if you're not able to stick a missed Rios, you know, this deck can just kind of fizzle out. So you know, Mystery can be crucial in some of the games that tend to go longer, especially in these more like mid-game, mid-range matchups, if you will. And it's up against Declotans, which plays a ton of removal. So um, I think this deck's game plan coming into this weekend would be more focused on the jam as many small creatures as possible, try to get to Petrova, and just go from there. Because Declotans can do quite a number to this deck. So, but it has all the tools it needs, and like you said, it's pretty flexible. Playing card, I love the addition of Searing Wave and a lot of these tempo and mid range decks. A card that normally I think in the past we wouldn't have really considered, because you know who needs wide removal when you're just trying to go face. But that card can just get you back into the game sometimes, and especially if this deck can make it through this weekend against Declotans, playing the winner of well, yeah, it would be up against Firewater Rush. So playing the winner of those two matchups, you know, Steering Wave can do a number. It can be the card that just gets you there sometimes.
Hmm.
Um, this deck otherwise might just not be great against faster decks, rush decks, tempo decks, things like that.
Yeah,
But
when you
yeah,
have two
it's really
aggressive
cool card.
decks facing each other, usually the slightly slower one is the unfavored one, unless they have some
Typ-
fun tools like Searing Wave.
Typically, and yeah, so this deck's fun. Be on the lookout for the match up against Declotans here in the next couple of days. Leave a like, comment down below. Let us know what you think of this neat little take on water light fire nature mid-range jungle.
Yep,
And until next time, guys. See you next time.
each.